The life of Charles Ongondo Warai ended violently on 30 April 2025, sending shockwaves through Kenya's political landscape. The Member of Parliament for Kasipul constituency was assassinated in an attack that later exposed a web of betrayal close to him. Investigations revealed that several individuals were involved in the killing, including people from his own security circle. Prosecutors later alleged that his bodyguard and driver had colluded with hired killers, reportedly motivated by greed. The shocking revelation turned his death into one of the most controversial political assassinations in recent Kenyan history. Before his death, Warai had served as the Member of Parliament for Kasipul constituency since 2017. He was elected on the ticket of the Orange Democratic Movement and successfully defended his seat in the 2022 general elections, making him a two-term legislator. In Parliament, he served as the vice chairperson of the National Assembly Committee on Cohesion and Equal Opportunities, and was also a member of the Departmental Committee on Blue Economy, Water, and Irrigation. Within ODM party structures in Homa Bay County, he served as the county party secretary and was reportedly on the verge of becoming the county's party chairperson shortly before his death. Charles Ongondo Warai was born around 1973 or 1974 in Homa Bay County, although some parliamentary records cited 1966 as his year of birth. Most public profiles, however, indicated that he was about 51 years old when he died in 2025. He hailed from the Katabuk area in the Oyugis region of Kasipul. Warai grew up in a modest rural setting where education and strong family values shaped his early years. He began his education at Kanabuk Primary School, where he studied from 1976 to 1982 and completed his Certificate of Primary Education. He later joined Oyugis Secondary School, where he sat for the Kenya Certificate of Education, KCE, in 1986. Those who knew him in his early years often recalled that he inherited his strong oratory skills from his father, who was also named Ongondo Warai, and from his grandfather. Warai came from a relatively large family. Although details about his parents remained largely private in official records, reports indicated that he had brothers named Bob and Babu and sisters named Dorcas and Nancy. At the time of his death, one of his brothers was present during the post-mortem examination. Despite finishing secondary school in the mid-1980s, Warai later returned to school decades later to further his education. In 2011, about 25 years after completing high school, he resumed his studies. He first obtained a certificate in county governance and a certificate in computerized accounting from Meru University of Science and Technology between 2011 and 2012. He later joined Mount Kenya University, where he pursued several academic programs. Between 2013 and 2014, he earned a diploma in business management. He then completed a Bachelor of Business Management between 2015 and 2017. In 2019, he attained a Master of Science degree in Procurement and Supplies, marking the highest academic qualification in his educational journey. Before entering politics, Charles built a substantial career in business. His professional life began in 1998 when he worked at Mosal Dry Cleaners in Meru town. Starting as an employee, he eventually rose to the position of manager before leaving the company around 2000 to start his own ventures. Over the years, he expanded his business empire and became a prominent entrepreneur with interests in several sectors. He served as the Chief Executive Officer of Victoria Cleaning Services, Ltd., from 2003 to 2022, a company that secured numerous cleaning contracts in Meru and surrounding regions. He also served as CEO of Metrocam Properties Ltd. from 2006 to 2022 and Benga Group Holding Ltd. from 2014 to 2022. His investments extended beyond corporate services. Charles became a major real estate investor, owning multiple apartment blocks in Meru town, particularly in estates such as Makutano, Gitimbine, Tuntu, and Kaga. He also ventured into agriculture and became a serious mira farmer, cultivating the crop on large parcels of land in Meru. In addition to his business and political life, Charles maintained a large polygamous family, which later became a subject of national attention following his death. He had 3 wives and 6 children. His first wife, Immaculate Adiambo Were, also known as Mama Nyalego, was from the Luo community and reportedly related to former police spokesperson Charles Owino. She died several years before the MP's assassination. His second wife, Margaret Were, popularly known as Maji or Min Nyaburo, is a police officer and a member of the Kalenjin community. She is also the sister of Hilary Kiplangat Koskei, the Member of Parliament for Kipkelion West. His third wife, Anne Were, often referred to as Nya Meru, comes from the Meru community. Her relationship with the politician developed during the many years he lived and invested in Meru. Charles had 6 children, 2 from each marriage. With his first wife, he had Boyd Ongondo Were and Proctor Oja Were. Boyd would later step into his father's political footsteps and was elected to succeed him as the Kasipul Member of Parliament in a November 2025 by-election. With his second wife, he had Gwen Huirai and Immaculate Huirai, the latter named in honor of his late first wife. His third marriage produced Pavel Huirai and Ryan Huirai. The politician owned several notable properties. In his rural home of Karabuk in Kasipul, he built 2 palatial mansions, one of which became the site of his burial. He had also recently completed a large mustard yellow maisonette for his wife Anne, but tragically died before spending even a single night in it. In addition, he maintained a private residence in the Karen suburb of Nairobi. Financially, Charles enjoyed the benefits of being a member of parliament. His monthly gross salary was approximately 739,600 Kenya shillings, supplemented by committee allowances of up to 120,000 Kenya shillings per month. He also received additional allowances, including car maintenance allowances of about 356,525 Kenya shillings and mileage allowances capped at around 353,778 Kenya shillings per month. However, his political career was not without controversy. Over the years, he faced numerous allegations, ranging from criminal accusations to financial misconduct. One of the most serious involved the 2010 disappearance of a woman named Daudi Apandi, who reportedly vanished after visiting his house in Meru following a promise of employment at a hotel. Her family publicly accused him of involvement and claimed they had received threats when they sought answers, though the case never reached a definitive conclusion. He was also accused of involvement in kidnapping and intimidation incidents before entering parliament. In another case, police launched a manhunt for him in 2019 after his aides Charles implicated in the stabbing of a teacher in Oyugis. The teachers survived the attack, although one of Charles's aides later died during the confrontation. Critics also frequently accused him of sponsoring violent groups to intimidate political opponents, particularly during election seasons and public gatherings, such as funerals. Some residents claimed that politics in Kasipul had become increasingly tense and violent under his leadership. Financial controversies also followed him during his time in office. A 2024 report by the Auditor General flagged 32.1 million Kenya shillings in unaccounted funds within the Kasipul National Government Constituencies Development Fund, NGCDF. There were also allegations that he diverted parliamentary resources to family members, including claims that his sons acted as unofficial drivers and signatories to constituency accounts. In 2021, he was arrested in Matungu during a by-election on allegations of voter bribery. Earlier, during his 2013 attempt to win the Kasipo parliamentary seat, an election petition alleged that fraudulent burial permits and forged signatures had been used in a dispute about the voter register. Despite these controversies, Charles Oyuko remained a powerful political figure in Kasipo until his assassination in 2025. His death not only ended his political career, but also triggered investigations that exposed deep internal betrayal, forever linking his legacy to one of the most dramatic political murder cases in Kenya's recent history.